What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the latest episode of our Nidge Plays Football Manager 2015 Manchester City Career Mode. So whatever it is that I called this, I can't remember, I just know it was very, very long-winded and something along those lines. It's been quite some time since you've seen this. I did say on Twitter and on a couple of the last couple of videos, I should say, sorry, that it was coming on Sunday, but I just haven't had as many opportunities to upload it twice a week because of other stuff going on in the FIFA community, like the big league that everyone's doing. We've had Team of the Season around the corner still. There's just been loads going on basically, which has meant that this is only going to be once a week now. So I'm going to keep it running because I do seem to enjoy it. But like I say, it'll just be on the Sundays for the foreseeable future. Now, last time I spoke to you, I had my arse handed to me by Tottenham in this game here, where we got absolutely slayed 5-1 away from home. Since then, we've been playing very poorly, really, but managing to grind out results 9 times out of 10. And the ironic thing is, the game where we seem to actually turn up was the game that we lost. That seems to be the case with us this season. We seem to play badly and win, or play well and lose. But first game after the absolute thrashing by Tottenham, we beat 7-2. Shrewsbury it was. Pleasing thing about this was this man here getting his hat-trick, Kelechi Iheanacho. I still don't know how you say it, but he got a hat-trick in that game, which was nice to see. Played a weakened team, as you can see down the bottom here. People like Beata, Barker, Maxwell, Di Michaelis all coming in. We then played QPR, and like I said, we're not playing particularly well at this point, and it was that man, Frank Lampard, who gave us the 1-0 win in that game. Very, very tight game, that was, if you remember correctly. We then went away to Villa, and it was a real shame we couldn't hang on here, because Aguero got a nice goal early on. 33 minutes have been played. We looked like we were going to see it out, but the thing is with us again this season, we seem to always need more than one goal to see out a game, unfortunately. If we're winning 1-0 and it's coming up to like the 70th, 80th minute, it just seems like we're going to concede all the time. This game, though, 2-1 win against Everton at home, and Everton absolutely played us off the park. I'm sure we can see some stats here, and you can see, look at this, Everton 21 shots to our 15, but that man, Sergio Aguero, coming up with the big stuff, the goods, and grinding out the result for us there, which is really pleasing. We then went away to Southampton and got a 3-1 win, and this is what I mean, we started to play quite well at this point. Stuff was looking up, we beat Everton, we grinded that one out, we played well here. We then hosted Arsenal. Played really well and unfortunately lost 2-1 to a Danny Welbeck 91st minute winner, which was a bit of a kick in the balls. But today we are going to be bringing in the Livecom of the first leg of the Champions League knockout, the round of 16 I think this is, away from home, so it's not going to be easy. We're going to select the team in a second. I should show you the league table, I suppose, first, shouldn't I? That would be good of me. Here's the Premiership. You can see we're sitting in 3rd place, and it's United, really. United are just absolutely running away with it at the moment. They've got a game in hand over everybody, and if they win, they're going to 65. That'll take them 6 points clear of Tottenham in 2nd, and a whopping 8 points clear of us in 3rd, so they really are running away with it. You can see why, because the squad they have got on paper is absolutely phenomenal. It's almost a bit of a mystery how they haven't done better in real life, really. I know they've had a new manager and everything, but I mean, you look at Di Maria, Falcao, Van Persie, Rooney, De Gea, they've got it pains me to say it being a Man City fan, but on paper it is a phenomenal team, and it's going to be a struggle to catch up to them at this point. But while there's hope, we will keep on going, guys. There's a long way left to go yet. But if you remember correctly, our target at the start of the season was to get top 4 and then to do really well in the Champions League, basically. So that's what we're doing, and we're still on course for it as well. But the team we're going to be playing in this game against Moscow, I've not fully decided yet. It's been a while since I've played it. This is a formation that I've been using a bit more often lately. We're in that bit of a rut, and I changed up to this with 2 up front, see if it would help us out, and it did seem to turn the tide a little bit, but whether I'm going to play it in this game, I'm not. In fact, shall we trust it? Shall we go with 2 up front? Shall we be bold? No, I'm not going to, because in real life, Man City do that. We play 2 up front in Europe, and I absolutely slate Pellegrini for doing it, because it never seems to bloody work. So I'm not going to be like Pellegrini. I'm going to be a wise man, and I'm going to play 1 up front, and that one is going to be Sergio Aguero. Nasri, I think, can stay. Milner can probably stay because it is a kind of game where we need a hard worker. Forgive me if you can hear the chair rolling. I'm on my wheelie chair at the moment. Wheelie chair, that sounded daft. We've got Wilfried Bonny currently playing in the middle. That won't be the case, obviously. Lampard's on the bench. Could we bring Lampard in, or should we bring someone else in instead? Who have we got there now? We've still got a few injuries. Silva's not fully back yet, unfortunately. Mangala, is he fully fit for this game? His condition's not bad, but his match fitness isn't anywhere near good enough, so we'll leave him out for this one, because we have got a game against Stoke a couple of days later, anyway. We'll chuck him in that one, I think. Fernandinho will chuck in, sorry, not chicken. Don't want to be talking about chickens. We'll chuck him in there, we'll chuck Yaya there, so then we've got Yaya as the more advanced. Fernando and Fernandinho can swap again. And then at centre-back, unfortunately, Di Michaelis isn't registered, so we might have to play Mangala. I've only just noticed that at the corner of my eye, so we'll drop in Mangala. I think we have got, what's his face on the bench, haven't we? Have we? No, we haven't. Where's, what, Boyat, whatever his name is. Boyata's here. We're going to have to chuck him on the bench or chuck him on for Sanya. So then if Mangala does pick up a knock or anything, we can take him off. Navas will leave on there. Aguero's got to start, hasn't he, like I say. Jovetic, Lampard, Caballeros can't go, and it's got to be Richard Wright. I'm actually quite happy with that lineup. Let's just make sure they're all fitness is all okay for everyone. It's not the greatest, there's a few in the low 90s, but I think we'll be able to get the job done. Aguero as poacher, inside forward winger, yeah, that's fine. Box to box midfielder, ball winner midfielder, defensive midfielder. That actually looks pretty solid to me. Before we get into the game, as you all know by now, these videos tend to go on for at least 20-25 minutes, and I'd like to bring myself a bit of a beverage, and today's beverage of choice is a nice glass of Vimto squash. Let me know what you're drinking down in the comments down below. Let me know what your prediction is for this game as well. Of course, against Moscow in real life, we've struggled quite a lot. I think we might have even lost away from home. We might have squandered a 2-0 lead, if I remember correctly, and drawn 2-2. I'm happy with the way that's all set up. Let's submit the team. They have, of course, got the fucking wonder kid on FIFA, Seydou Doumbia. I can only imagine that he'll be starting. My God, he's not starting. Where the hell is Seydou Doumbia? Oh no, he's moved to the Premiership on this, hasn't he? Of course he's moved to the Premiership. I can't remember where, but he's playing in the Prem. They've got Ahmed Musa, though, who's also a bit of a gem on FIFA. We're going to ask the assistant to do that. Then we're going to go into this. I expect... what shall I say? Go out and impress me, we'll say. I don't want to say expect to win, because I don't really expect to win. I think if we can get a point here, and then take them back to the Etihad and beat them at there to win the tie, obviously, that's the ideal situation. If we can snatch a win, that's fantastic, but... CSKA and Moscow are a team that you can't underestimate. I'm just going to take a swig of my Vimto now while we've kicked off. So, how's this going to pan out then? We're on the counter, so we're going to let them come forward a little bit, but we're making nice progress here with Nasri. An early goal would go down an absolute treat. Nasri, get it in there, son. Unlucky, not a bad start. Just going to move the mic a bit closer. Sorry if you can hear a bit of rattle in there. Here's the first proper highlight of the game, though, and it is a CSKA one. Unfortunately for us, it's well noddy back to... I'm not even going to try and pronounce some of these names, because they're all good. Great save, Joe Hart. Jesus Christ, that's not the best start, is it? I'm not going to try and pronounce some of these names, by the way, like I was about to say, because they're all very Russian-sounding, and I don't want to butcher them completely. Don't know if I've done right in setting up on counter here, because they do seem to be having... I mean, it's only the first highlight, I know that, but they do seem to have had the best of the early stages. Big lump forward towards Aguero, asking a lot of him there, and they have just kept the ball, and that's going out, is it? Yep, great tackle. Well in, Zabaleta. Is it still going on? It's still going on. This looks like an extra long highlight, which can normally mean it's a goal, unfortunately, for us. Can we get clear? Come on, lads. Sort this out. Eremenko on the edge, dangerous player. Milanov, is he going to keep that in? He has. Oh, God. Well played, company. Jesus Christ, this is like the longest highlight in history. What's the bloody hell's going on? And I bet it leads to fuck all after all this as well. Although I said that they're probably going to score now, won't they? Musa. God, yeah. What did I say? Bet you it leads to fuck all. And they've gone and scored with it. Sekou Olisson with the goal. And like I said lately, we've not been great. And that isn't the start that we wanted, is it? 2 minutes in and we're 1-0 down. We're going to skip the replay. We don't need to see that. It's snowing as well. Going all the way to Russia for these games can only be a bit of a drain on the players, you'd imagine. Hopefully, that's just a bad start and we can dig our heels in and get something out of this game. It goes well to Milner, Joe Hart, and it's not looking like it at the moment, is it? This is very, very poor start. I don't know whether to change that 2 up front formation. Oh, hang on. Let's not get hasty. Let's not get too hasty. Now just picking up the ball here. Come on, show me something good. Or show me that. We look awful, don't we? We really do look awful. Come on, lads. Put some pressure on them. We're sat too deep. There don't seem to be enough options going forward. I just don't know what to say at the moment, to be honest. I think I might end up changing to that 2 top formation sooner than I was planning on if we needed to, because we're being hammered at the moment, and if they get a second goal here, it could be a massive, massive, massive... My God, thank God they cleared it there. It could be a massive dent in our Champions League hopes, because 2 goals in the Champions League can be very, very difficult to come up with. Sorry, so only 12 minutes in, but we've not even had a shot. You know what? Fuck it, I'm going to change it straight off the bat. Let's go tactics. Let's go 4-4-2-2-2, whatever it's called. So we've got Nasri. We'll keep with the same team basically, but we'll take off. Can't take off Yo-Yo, can I? We'll take off Fernandinho, and then we'll sub on Wilfried Boney for Fernandinho and see what that does. It's a bit of a risky change because it's very, very early on in the game. But from the outset, we're not looking good, and I feel we need to take action. So that's exactly what we're going to do. And we come straight into a highlight by the looks of it. Oh, no, we haven't. That's just nothing, really. Come on, lads. This is an absolutely woeful start. This is what it was like in real life, though, against Moscow. Remember, everybody thinks they're going to be a bit of a pushover, and then they turn up and you think, hang up, these are alright, these are, what's going on? And looks like that just seems to surprise everyone. I don't think we should be on control. I think we need to be on standard, if anything, at best. Awful kick from Joe Hart. Comes straight out to Milanov. I should point out as well, I mentioned it in the last one, we're yet to fucking win on a Livecom, so I don't know why I keep on choosing these important games to Livecom, because it's clearly a bit of a curse. But Aguero, this is the chance, this is the option that we get now, with 2 men up front. Wilfried Bonny, what a fucking tackle. God damn it. That was the first time we've actually looked like we've had a threat in this game, and that was purely because of the system that we're now playing. Because with Bonny and Aguero up top together, they do seem to link up quite well. Hopefully we can see a bit more of that. Get rid, come on, get that Nasri, get the break going. God damn it, he hasn't got there first. And this is looking dangerous again, and Moscow really are playing us off the pitch at the moment. All over us. You can see just by the shots in the left-hand side, they've had more than double, well, they've had double, bang on. Oh my god, that looks quality, Jesus Christ. We are on thin ice right now. And I don't know what else to change. At least we look like we've got a bit more of a threat since we changed system, but they are still threatening us when they attack. It's our defence, it just looks so shaky. It's very true to life, to be honest. Clichy though, throws it to Nasri, and Nasri, oh my life, that is so bad. Well in though. Come on, Boney. Aguero's worked the space well. Oh, Aguero needs to be doing better there. That's a one-on-one. You'd expect him to be scoring that. Really good chance. You can see now we've had 2 clear-cut chances to their 1. We seem to be stepping up our ways in this game at the moment. Hopefully we can keep it up. But again, Moscow seem to have a highlight, and no matter what we do, they seem to be able to just come at the other end and look just as dangerous, unfortunately. Well in, Nasri, right. Come on, get the break. If we can get the break now with those 2 men up top, that's the one. Boney flicking on. God damn it. That's what we need to do, though. We need to win the ball, get it up front as quickly as possible, and let Boney and Aguero do the business, because they're 2 quality strikers. Hopefully they can link up well, because we've been playing this formation over the last 2 or 3 games. They've looked dangerous, and that was a bit of a nothing highlight, wasn't it? Nothing seemed to happen in that one. At least we're getting towards half time, and we seem to have halted a little bit of the momentum they had. We're still by far second best in this game, but at one point at the start it looked like they could be running away with it. The changing system definitely seems to have worked to an extent. Like I say, we'll give them a good rollicking now at half time, and then hopefully we can see a bit different, something a bit different in the second half. Let's see how they react to that, shall we? Like I say, with this formation we seem a lot more dangerous, that's for sure, but we still look just as vulnerable at the back for some reason. I mean, Mangala's only just come back from injury, to be fair to the bloke, so you can sort of place a bit of can't place too much blame, sorry, on him, but I don't know, it's like real life, you just wonder what the issue is, and it's hard to put your finger on it. But Aguero here plays it to Milner. Yes, we've got a penalty. That is what we need, a way back into this game. Please, please, please don't miss this now. Like I said at the start of this game, I would 100% take a draw. It's Aguero to step up. Yes, get in there, 1-1. Back in the game, and he has had a phenomenal record since he came back into the squad from his injury that he had very, very early on in the season. He's looked so, so good. I'm going to actually drop this back to counter-attacking now, and hopefully... Oh, I will when we skip the replay. Hopefully we can keep a few more men behind the ball, look a bit more solid at the back, and then still use the counter-attacking prowesses of... Is that even a prowess? Oh, Jesus Christ, that looked good at first. We can use the counter-attacking prowess of people like Aguero and Boney linking up, hopefully. And Yaya Toure concedes the foul there, so it's another free kick in a good position. The last one looked good, it just hit the wall. What's this one going to do? Milanov to take? Oh, it didn't look far off again, did it? Just going to have another sip of the Vimto. It's all CSK, isn't it? Really, really is. Away from home, though, it's sort of to be expected. Oh my god, this is a break now. Come on. Boney, look at Aguero, Still look at Aguero. Oh, it's so... I was going to say, is it unlucky or is it poor? I don't even know, really. Well in. Come on, company, that's more like it. Boney, we're just not getting the rubber of the green, are we, at the bottom end? We're winning it well at the back. Lumping it forward, well, not lumping it forward, but you know what I mean, playing it forward, and Boney and Aguero aren't quite able to latch onto the ball at the moment. Go on, get the pressure on Fernando, unlucky. Jesus, that didn't look far off either, my lord. Like I say, we've looked a lot better in this second half, haven't we, definitely, for that change in formation. We've definitely got more of a threat. Jagayev here, very, very good little player he is in real life. Nabotskin, whatever his name is. I said I wasn't going to try and pronounce these names, didn't I? So I'm not going to. But we need to win the ball back here ASAP. Olise, come on, pressure him. Vernbloom. Natko. Oh god, this could be 2-1. Jesus Christ, we got away with that. Let's just tinker a bit. Let's mess with the instructions. Let's take off return possession. And let's play... I don't know now. We'll just take off return possession and see what happens. Although, bloody hell, we got a counter. I didn't even notice this. Oh my god, look at Boney. Look at Boney. Look at Boney Aguero. Oh, he's missed. He's hit the fucking ball. What a terrible miss. We have had chances in this game to go on and win it. I mean, Moscow's still been the better team, don't get me wrong, but we have had 2 or 3 really, really good chances to get the win here. Still half an hour left, though. Hopefully we can create more like that, because we look dangerous there now on the break. This formation is clearly a lot more effective than the one we were using before. Get rid, well played. Moose has picked up. I don't know why Moose wouldn't be in the box. I suppose he's not the tallest. Just come out to this shed to Ignashevich. Come on, get rid, chase them out, close them down. That's the way. Well played. Well played, lads. That's superb. Boney's picked it up now. Aguero again. We're looking dangerous on the break, but not enough to warrant a highlight, apparently. And 20 minutes to go. I think it's time for another sub, isn't it now? What do we do? Should we be a bit more adventurous? Yeah, let's do it. Navas on, Milner off. Let's see what we can do. Bit more pace on the break as well. Obviously not as defensive minded, but at this point in the game, I think we've warranted to have a bit of a go, and every time I have a free kick it looks bloody close, doesn't it? My lord. Joe Hart to take the goal kick now. Please pick out one of our men. It's Navas. He's not the biggest, but he has one a little flick on. He's quite unlucky there, to be honest. I didn't even expect him to challenge for the header, really. He's tiny. Very, very small player. Close him down. Come on, don't let him just run at you. Oh my god, Jagayev on the edge. Oh my god. They've hit the post twice in this game now, and although I say we've had some good chances, we have been very lucky not to be behind in this game at the moment. 78th minute, time to make our last sub, I think now. 10 minutes, who do we chuck on? Let's chuck on Yov for Nazare, see what he can do. Keep him as an inside forward. So the subs we've made have been a bit more adventurous. Hopefully, the game might reward us for that, or will it just punish us? Get it out, well played. Fabio Santos, though, to Milanov. Come on, push out again. We need to be pushing out. No way, I was going to say. That was a very speculative effort, to say the least. And oh my god, I've just noticed CSKA have had 28 shots. That is absolutely insane. That would suggest that they've absolutely pounded us. But we did set up to counter from the very start, so it is sort of to be expected. But 28 is just an absolutely phenomenal amount of shots we've had in a game. I mean, that's like ridiculous. We've had 10, which isn't bad for an away team, to be honest. But the fact that they've had 28... And we still seem to have had the more clear-cut chances. Yeah, we've had 3 to their 2, so that tells you something, doesn't it? We've not had as many shots, not as much of the possession, but we've looked, you could say we've created the better chances with it. Boney, anyway, to Navas. Back to Boney. To Yaya. Come on, if we can nick a goal here, I will go and contain all day long. Go on, Navas. Wow, we bring on Navas, and that is what he does. Worked the space quite well, to be fair to the lad, but the shot was absolutely dire. And they've got another free kick. They've all looked dangerous. That's probably the worst of the bunch, to be honest. Natko, I don't think he's the one that's been taking them usually, but Joe Hart, that seemed to be very quick. Company steps well. Jovetic runs inside out. It's an awful pass. Awful, awful pass from Jovetic. And are we going to pay the price? Ollie say, my lord, that might have been even worse than Navas. Is that nice? Jesus Christ. Zabaleta. Navas, come on, just get the ball in there, lads. Come on, Boney's in there. Boney's in there. Oh, it's a great save, but he was offside anyway. My lord. Like I say, when we've created chances, they've been really good ones. 89th minute now. Is there going to be a twist in the tail here? Yaya wins it. He finds Aguero. Come on, if we can nick a goal now, please. It's a good tackle. They've pushed him back a bit, but Jovetic to Aguero. Go on, Boney's there, Aguero. Boney's there. It's apps. That's the one thing with Aguero. I think I've mentioned it before. He's a fantastic player. Scores loads of goals for us, but so many times he'll pick the ball up on the edge when there's a great pass he could perhaps play in, and he'll pull the trigger and it'll sometimes just be nowhere near. Like that wasn't particularly dangerous. And it's looking like we have earned ourselves a well-earned draw here. We've defended solidly enough. We've looked dodgy at times, but we hold out for the draw. And in my mind, that is not a bad result at all, because we can take Moscow back to Manchester now. Hopefully win the game there now, knowing that any win will do. And we've got the away goal as well in theory, so if we were to draw 0-0, it'd also take us through. So that is not a bad result whatsoever. I'm going to tell the lads that I'm pleased. I'm going to say they've done well to salvage a draw. I know that's not perhaps what most people would say, because Moscow are a team that you'd expect us to beat on paper. But I know going away to Moscow is no easy challenge whatsoever. You can see that they're 33 shots to our 13. Absolutely mad. Only 9 on target there, so maybe a few of those were long shots, I don't know. But that is pretty much going to bring us to the end of this episode, I think. We'll look at the schedule now. In fact, we'll see what the media says to that. Let's see what the media says. See, they come close to upset. Would it be an upset if Moscow beat us at Moscow? I'd argue it wouldn't be. I'd argue that a draw is a decent result away at Moscow personally, but that's just me. Schedule then, so we've clearly now got Stoke, Hull, Man United at home. I'd usually Livecom, but it's just 3 games away, you see, so I don't really want to do a Livecom that close. We've then got Moscow at home, which is another big game. I might save it for the Chelsea game, which is there, because that gives me a few games to play before next week. Otherwise, I'm going to be playing 3 games, and it's not going to be moving the series along very quickly. So there's some big games in between now and then, but I think the next Livecom you will see will either be the home game against Arsenal or the away game against Chelsea. I'm just thinking as well, it's like the first time we've done a Livecom and not lost. I don't know if we've drawn one before, but at least it's a step in the right direction if we hadn't. Like I said, that is going to bring us to the end of this episode. There's a quick look at the league table again. As you can see, we're in 3rd place. Man United have played their game in hand as well now, and they won it, so they are a massive 8 points clear of us now, which is very, very disappointing. So hopefully we can claw them back in. I think job security-wise, my job is still pretty safe as far as I'm aware. Yeah, it says it's stable, so that's alright as far as I'm concerned. Hopefully I can keep hold of the job, although I will admit it's not been a fantastic season. But I did say at the start, it's going to be a couple of seasons of big changes at the team, hopefully. Bringing some fresh blood in and seeing what we can do with some new talent. But that is going to bring us to the end of this episode, everybody. I hope you all enjoyed it. It would be fantastic if you would throw a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you've not already. And I will speak to you all in tomorrow's video. Nidge out.